Hey guys, Jonathan here for the Blue Wizard Project, just coming at you with the next part of my playthrough of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. So last time, when I was going through this castle, we found out that actually I was nowhere near to beating the game. I don't think I said this in the video, but I had been looking at my map like, oh, I'm like 80% through this map, I'm almost done with this game. Only to find out that there were in fact two castles. We learned that Dracula has had his body disassembled, and that Juiced went on some weird quest to find different pieces of Dracula. After finding them, it somehow changed him and warped him, and through the power of his will or something, he built two castles. One that embodies each spirit in Maxim's body. So one being his, which is the castle we started in, and now this one, which embodies Dracula, which is why it looks a bit darker, a little bit more fucked up, stuff like that. So this is a room that I was stupid in. We'll see this later on. This wall, you need to break it, and you need to use that guy and this hammer thing up here. And there's like a whole other mini section of the map that you can unlock with that, with like a store and a couple items, part of Dracula's body that you need to get the best ending, and I believe some furniture and stuff. So I actually did go back in there later on and got all of those things, but not in this video. So that's, you guys might see that in bonus content. But in case that part gets cut, and if it does, sorry. Basically, you have to lure that guy back to where that giant hammer thing is. It'll hit him and send his severed head into the wall, opening it for you. So you can see on the map that there's I have it on the A-B map, which is a little bit confusing. When the colors change, it means you've been in there both times. Now I switched to just the B map. This is when the bad guys get weird. They stop looking like people or things, and just turn into weird eyeball shit and giant orgy balls and stuff like that. Orgy balls mean a ball of orgy, not testicles in an orgy. So yeah, this is a weird eyeball semen thing that has pink eye, which means it got itself in itself, maybe. I don't know. Or it farted in its own eye or some shit. That's how people get pink eye, right? I don't even know. Not a doctor, guys. You'd think that would kill you, right? Because those little guys are bad guys. So you'd think having a million of them fall on top of you would kill you. Alright, so yeah, just kind of backtracking through parts of the castle that I've been through before, but now they look a lot different. And some of these areas I haven't been through, because in Castle A they might have been blocked or stuff like that. Here's the Wind Cloak. Gonna equip that, possibly. So you can see I put on most of that Guardian armor that I got when I pushed that guy into an industrial accident. But I don't think this item's better. I don't know if they didn't expect you to get the Guardian stuff at this point. Who knows? Yeah, not good. So that's the thing with Metroidvanias. Sometimes you find items that are not great because you were supposed to get them earlier. So yeah, you can see the map here. So we can see that if you remember earlier in the game, I went through a teleporter. And I guess Juiced had said oh, this feels a bit weird. It's because I had teleported to this castle, so and just didn't know it. So there's a fairly sizable chunk there in the middle that I've already been to. I'm up here in the northeastern part, and I'll eventually clear out most of it. I don't know that I explored 100% of the map in this game. I don't think I did. But I think this just improves that punching move, which I never use. So I don't think I unlocked 100% of the map, but I did do a sizable chunk. By the end of the best ending run through, I think I went through like 97% of the castle or something like that. Both of the castles. That's kind of cool. That's like a nice little touch, the little dude hanging there, and that his arms actually move with the angle of it. Like, again, this is a Game Boy Advance game, so it's like pretty impressive that they managed to do this kind of stuff. Like, you got to think, like, back in the day, the jump from the Game Boy Color to the Game Boy Advance was huge. Like, having what essentially was like a really good Super Nintendo in your pocket was awesome. And the original version of the Game Boy Advance, for any of you who didn't have it, like, it wasn't bad. I don't actually have one anymore. Sadly, I was a stupid kid that didn't have any money and traded mine in, so I had like a white one, and it was kind of the design. It was shaped almost like the PSP, like the PSP looks like this, right? So like this kind of design, screen in the middle, things on the side, doesn't fold or anything like that. That's what the original Game Boy Advance looked like, but just smaller. And the screen was not backlit, which sucked, because if you weren't playing indoors with low light, it was very, very hard to see. And then eventually they upgraded that to the SP, and the SP was awesome. It was like a clamshell design, looked like the original Game Boy. Fucking awesome. Anyway, this is the one that I was talking about, the like orgy ball thing. Maybe, like, I don't really have any way to tie this into Dracula's whole college experience, other than like maybe the bad guys in Dracula's castle like represent experiences that he had in college. So like the last one was like the time that Dracula was jerking it and accidentally like right in his eye, right? So that's why it was a floating pink eye that looked like sperm. And then this one represents the time that like he was in a really awkward orgy, and those are the sounds that he made, the like screaming like that, because he wasn't used to it. And you know, he was still like getting over that girl we met earlier, that he was like, oh, like, you're the one that I love. He's like, oh, I just need get someone on the rebound, and then like ended up in this really awkward orgy ball. And that's what this represents. So, it's a very troubling time in young Dracula's life. Young Dracula sounds like a cartoon that they would put in the like 90s, like when they had like James Bond Jr. and stuff. Even though he wasn't James Bond's kid, he was like his nephew, because they didn't want to say like which one of the many women that James Bond banged was the mother. Yeah. So that's that. Anyway, back to the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance SP, awesome system. I'm still super pissed. I traded mine in to get my original DS, and the original DS was a great system, but man, I wish I still had that SP. I had like the red one, the red clamshell. Oh, it was so good. I need to just buy myself another one of those. I still have a handful of games. I actually have a few of them here in Korea with me here. Pokemon Leaf Green, Emerald, and Mystery Dungeon, all Pokemon games. But I had a lot of other ones when I was home. This one included, as well as Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, which wasn't bad, a bit easy, and the Winnie the Pooh stage was terrible. It was one of the worst gaming experiences I've ever had, just playing through that stupid Winnie the Pooh stage. Oh, I lost my cross. I got back too slowly. I didn't dash for it. I don't think I realized that I had lost it. I think I thought I'd picked up a potion or something, which sucks, because I only use the cross thing in this game. It sucks indeed. I like that they included the floor meat as like a nice homage to the older games. And this part's kind of annoying. These guys are irritating, because like you have to wait for them to jump out. They're kind of dicks. I was too stupid to like hit dodge. So I think I'll get hit by like every single one of these guys except for that one maybe. Alright, taking a peek where I'm supposed to go. And go out this way. That one I dodged. In this game, realistically, until you get to the bosses and some of the heavier bad guys, you don't even really need to worry about health, because like the save points are spread out decently well, and like you can find potions. They're not like a finite resource, so there's very few times in this game, if any, I can't really remember any off the top of my head, that you would die not at a boss fight, or like a not boss fight, but like relatively difficult regular bad guy. Like in some of the earlier videos, I died to that dude with the like flame sword thing. He killed me a couple times, but not a normal bad guy. These guys, I also don't know if you can like kill them, or I don't remember. There's like a little melty zombie. I like the naming convention of some of these bad guys. Like, I picture somewhere at Konami, there's like a room, and like, okay, time to name these bad guys. This one we have like a zombie, he's like kind of melty, his skin's falling off, and he got swords in his back. What do you guys think? And one guy's like, what about Swordback Zombie? And he's like, no, you fucking idiot, you think that's a good name? It's a stupid name. And then another guy like sheepishly raises his hand, and he's like, what about Melty Zombie? And he looks at me, he's like, Johnson, did you just say Melty Zombie? And he's like, he's like, because if you did, that's fucking brilliant. You deserve a raise. Everyone, give this guy a hand. All of you, be like Johnson. And Johnson went home and told his wife, like, a pretty baller day today. She's like, oh, what'd you do? And he's like, I named a zombie. It was Melty. And she's like, oh, is that what you guys named it? Melty Zombie. He's like, why do you always do that? Why do you always ruin my stories when I'm trying to tell? She's like, I'm sorry, you were saying? He's like, well, you just told the story. And then it made their dinner real awkward. And Johnson was like, I wanted tonight to be a special night. I got praised at my job. And now, like, we're having this stupid... I don't even want to fight. I want to be happy. And she's like, I'm trying to make... Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do a better job of just listening. He's like, thank you. That's all I'm asking. And they're doing all right now. They're doing all right, the Johnsons. He kind of went a little bit overboard on the melty zombies in this area. Not gonna lie. Life up. Okay, doing a little bit of backtracking here. It's kind of a weird transition there. I apologize about that. So now I am going through this hallway full of fishmans and mermen. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you can just pick up potions pretty much wherever you want in this game. There's like a handful of bad guys that you can farm them from. Never had to, but like, you could, in theory, if you wanted to. And here, I got my cross back, which is awesome, because by far, that spinning shield move is real broken in this game. Even against the last boss, it's like super broken, so you want to keep that item. And gonna continue my way up this hallway. I don't know how much longer. We'll see. I turn around here for a bit. I'm not quite sure why. We'll see. Don't want to lose that item. I think maybe I missed something. Kill all of these guys again. This room is real good for leveling up, because these guys give like pretty decent experience. They don't do too much damage, and there's just a shit ton of them in this room, so... Like, as you level up more too, you can like kill them in pretty much one hit. By the end of the game, you can kill almost all of the bad guys in just one hit, but... Alright, I think I'm gonna check out down here first before I progress on into that area. Just seeing if I can get through this area. So up here, there's a... I think it's a uncursed potion. Yeah. Which, again, I barely ever use. Curse lasts for like 5 seconds. I don't know why they even bothered making potion. I guess like if you were in a boss fight, but I think there's only one boss fight where you can even get cursed in the first place. It's such a minor annoyance. By the time you like dig through the menus to get that item, you might as well have just stayed cursed. Like, yeah, so these are like dead ends here, so I think I'm going down here to double check that stuff. Yeah, so here's that blocked door that I couldn't get to before. Okay, so now I'm back up where I started after backtracking a bit. I might have checked the other direction down there as well, back where there's that wall with the hidden item when you double jump. And I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the footage, which I'm not going to do right now. But anyway, at any rate, I'm back up where I was before, after that room filled with the fishmen. And just making my way up this tower. And I think I'm going to end this video here, because it's getting on to the 15-16 minute mark. Don't want to keep this video too long, so I believe I'm going to grab an item up here. Yep, a couple items. Here's a medicine jar, and oh, not another item. Yes, I remember this part now. So I saw this and didn't really know what this is. Unfortunately, like swung at it, and we can see it's a kind of mechanism that will do some stuff. So you hear machines moving above, ominous. So we'll see what those machines are next time, guys. But we're going to call it quits right here. Thank you guys so much for watching along with the Blue Wizard Project. Please remember to like and subscribe, and to follow us on Facebook at the Blue Wizard Project for our community page. You'll find all that stuff linked below. Anyway, make sure you're watching along with Ian as he plays through Mega Man 8, and if he's already finished with that, then whatever he's on to next. If you like Castlevania, Ian's much better at it. He knows more of the lore. Actual lore, not the lore I make up as I go along about the Johnstons. And yeah, it's good stuff, so check it out, guys. At any rate, thank you guys so much for following along. This has been Jonathan for the Blue Wizard Project. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.